messed up real bad. God now go forgive me. Mm. Why did I do that? Have you found yourself saying those things or something similar to that nature? You've messed up so bad. You've gone too far in. God will not forgive you. God will not hear my prayer. God not gonna hear my prayer. Well, I want you to stick around because this video is definitely for you as we go into it. And before we jump straight into that, we want to sing this little song. God is able to do just what he said he will do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't give up on God, for he won't give up on you. He's able. God is able to do just what he said he will do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't give up on God, 'cause he won't give up on you. He's able. Our God is able to do exceedingly abundantly more than you could ever ask, think, or imagine. Great morning to every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me yet in today's video. And today we have another good one for you. Yes, we do. But before, let's jump into some affirmation. What are you affirming? Can I challenge you to just type 3 affirmation in the comment section? 3. This morning, I am alive. I am in my right mind. All my members are working and I'm grateful. I have to give an extra. I am above only and not beneath. I am the head and not the tail. And I'm living my best life. What do you have to say? We do a few shout outs while we're at it, right? So the persons who we want to shout out this morning. Good morning, Miss Natasha Shan. Thank you so much. She has been an awesome supporter. JB, as we normally call him, that's Joseph Brown. Thank you so much, Sir Jose. I see you. I see you. We have Iris Saunders. And you know what we call her? Sister Iris, we call her, Yes, we call her Sister Iris. It all sound funny if we just say Iris. No, sir. It sound funny, sir. Bless up yourself, Sister Iris. And the Kept Traveler. And his right name is Don. But if you want to support him, his channel name is Andy Kept Traveler. And thank you so much. I see where Marvin gave us some update on your medical condition and it's coming on nicely. We continue to pray that it will continue to go smooth. So thank you, Marvin, for the update. Les Incentive. Hey, Les, thank you so much for joining. I do appreciate it, Les. And finally, Ricky. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you so much for coming over, my big friend, my fisher friend. Yeah, we still away on the fish. Let's get back into business. God's faithfulness to you. I know many of us sometimes, maybe not many of us, but sometimes some persons, you feel like, you would have done something and you feel so bad about it. And you're saying, boy, this is so terrible. I don't know if I can get through this one. But I'm here to remind you and just to say to you that stop beating yourself all up. Stop beating yourself up. There are so many stories in the Bible where we would have seen where persons would have done so many things against God's will and against God's instruction. But God didn't throw them in. God didn't give up on them. So why do you think he would give up on you? He has not changed. He's the same God then. It's the same God now. And so I want to encourage and implore you. Just be faithful. Just go to him. Even though God knows what you have done. Because he know everything, right? Omniscient God. Yeah, he know everything. He knows what you have done, but he wants you to come to him. Have you ever, as a child, done something and your parents know say you do it, but they might wait for you to come tell them. And you say, boy, mommy going to kill me with beating, or daddy going to beat me. Because that's what we were used to then. I've been doing a little course, and it was talking about spanking. And basically, in today's society, spanking is not something that is being used. And I mean, I've been so enlightened doing the course. And yeah, I realized, because I've never beaten my child. Never, ever, never. For the most part, he do what he's told. Not in those sense, but for the most part, he doesn't give trouble or anything like that. But I remember that I got spanking as a child. And I remember, I think I shared the story with you once when I went to the mango bush when I was told not to go. And I got injured. Of course, I had to come home and tell my parents. And of course, my mother gave it to me because she didn't tell me if you got the mango bush. But after she did that, she take care of the eye and make sure, I think they had put cow's milk in my eye or something. Back in the days, they never used to rush and get people go doctor. And every little thing right now, we say we are going to go doctor. Back in the days, the treatment that were used, trust me, and they worked. They worked. And I knew she loved me, and I think this is what the know that I'm telling you this story. I'm remembering the lesson as I did it. um as I you were saying the similar thing, that your parents will show you, use a means of correction, but then they will show you so much love. They're not gonna physically harm you. And but in today's society, sometimes, depending on certain situation, you have to be mindful of what we do. Find out the reason a child behave they do first before you try to correct them, right? And so here is something you should be very glad about. God's faithfulness to you doesn't depend on your faithfulness to him. You hear? God's faithfulness to you, it have nothing to do with your faithfulness to him. Aren't you glad about that? I am happy about that, because I've not been very faithful to God, to be honest. There are some things, I've thought this one's very soft. There are some things that I said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that with God. I've not been consistent, and that's not good. But God continues to be faithful to me. I messed up so many times. It's not like when you're in a relationship and sometimes I'm watching some some shows on television, and one of the lady will say, well, I went out to do it because you weren't faithful, so me go do the same thing. Seriously? You are gonna make somebody make you do something where you never really want to do, unless they really want to do it for morning. I'm not going to allow anybody to make me do something that I didn't want to do. Yeah, me know that thought that fast. So you can mess up, but God still loves you. He still loves and he cares for you. And he wants you to know that. The Bible says, if we are faithful, he remains faithful. Your mistake may take you out of God's will, but they will never place you beyond his reach. So, of course, you're going on the journey of life and you make the wrong turn, and it will take you out of the will that, God had for you. But God can still reach you and pull you back in. So I don't know if you're at that space and place in your mind. You say, why I don't know if we can continue with this. Listen, you can do it. Be encouraged. You can make it. Stop doubting yourself. I don't care what you have done. I don't care what you have been through. I can tell you that God still loves you. Even when you feel like nobody else does, God still loves you. So there was a story that is told in a novel titled Gloria. So I'm going to read the story. She began the book in 1969 and abandoned the project for 2.5 years later. To her, she shelved the manuscript was like death in the family. Attempting to reconcile her conflicting thoughts and feelings, she spent time at a retreat house. And while there, she reread the Bible story in Numbers about the time when the poisonous snake filled the Israelites' camp. The people recognized the snake as a punishment to their sin and cried out in repentance. So you probably can read the book of Numbers. The Lord told Moses, make a bronze snake and put it on a pole. Anyone who is bitten can look at it and live. So they were bitten by the snake and they were told to look at a snake to get healing. That's Numbers 21 verse 8. Catherine realized that just as the Israelites took that which hurt them, lifted it up to God, and were healed, we can take our mistakes and sin, lift them up to God in prayer, and trust Him to heal us. So as I said earlier, that we can lift up our situation, our circumstances to God and get healing. We can get deliverance if we need it to do so. Even when you stray, God's love for you so much that He will draw you back to Himself again. If we are faithless, He remains faithful. And sometimes we faith, even though the Bible says we should have faith as a mustard seed. Sometimes we don't have the faith. We don't have the faith, right? But God is telling us this morning that He is faithful and just. And He will continue to love us no matter how we messed up. When you mess up, don't your mother and your father still love you? No matter how they punish you or they discipline you, they still love you. You see, and the same thing with our God. Our God still loves us. And so I want to encourage you and I want to implore you that God is going to be faithful to you. Just go to talk to Him, have that conversation with Him, and know you will get through somehow. God bless you this morning. And may His face continue to shine upon you. May He be gracious to you. And go out and do what? Live your best life. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. Go out and dance. Dance in the rain. When there are pain, just dance. Dance, dance, dance. For me, I think I'm going to sing. Because God is able to do just what he said he will do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't give up on God, 'cause he won't give up on you. He's able, he's able. God is able to do just what he said he will do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't you give up on God, 'cause he won't give up on you. He's able. God bless you. Take care until the next one.